So alright guys, in this video we'll be doing another privilege escalation technique. We'll be seeing that is insecure service permissions. So we have a service running and that service permissions are insecure. So that means a normal user can change the permissions of this service, like overwriting the entire binary or overwriting the path of that. So let's see and how to do this privilege escalation technique. So first we should learn about this access check.exe. So it is used to check the access permissions for the user of the particular service or particular binary or particular process, etc. So you can download this that access check.exe from internet. So it will be available from sysinternus tools. So I have already downloaded this one. So first I will show you the help page. So we need to know about the few commands, and C is for querying for the service, and D for only showing the directories, and E for integrity levels. And so you can see here K for registry keys. Alright, now you can see the P for process name or process ID, and then R is only to show the objects that have the read access, and S for recursiveness. So and U for suppress errors, V for verbose, and W for write access. So with these switches we need to enumerate the services. So this is the IP address. You need to log in as a RDP. So the credentials are username and password 321. So this is the think of it as a normal shell after we get the reverse shell. So from here we need to transfer the access check.exe binary. So you can transfer that using the setup Python server, and then you can use the PowerShell wget. So access check, if you normally run the access check, it will show you some accept EULA. So you need to suppress that error. So if you run normally, so if you run normally, okay, I don't know why it's being closed. So there will be a checkbox, so you need to accept the terms and services, and then you need to open that. So to suppress that, because we are in the command line, you need to use this accept EULA, and then what we are going to use is minus U for suppress any errors, and V for verbose, and I think Q is for quiet. So after these three switches we need to provide the W. So we need to find the W writable. What we are going to find? Services. So we are going to find the writable services, and in TryHackMe what they have done is they have already specified that this DASL service discretionary access control list, this is being run as a system user. They did not show us how to find this one because we don't know when we are doing the boxes. So what you can do is you can put the star here, and if you run this, and it will give you all the services which have the read write access. So instead of for our users, you need to define your user. So what is my username? That is user. And now you can see for the user, because we are the user, and I have queried for all the services which have the write access for my user, and I came up with this DASL service. So here what I can change is service change config, service start, service stop. So that means I can change the configuration of this DASL service, and also I can start and stop this service. So if you do not have this access, generally you do have, if you do not have this, you need to wait for the Windows 10 computer to restart. So we found that a service which is being written, so we don't know whether it is running as a system or not. So to check that, we need to say SC. So this is SC manager, and SC you need to query for Dasher service. So it is I think this should give us enough information. So let's go, and now you can see the binary path name. So C privilege escalation folder reverse64.exe. So I have already changed this one, so I will show you how to change this one. So type sc config. So I am going to ask for configuration for this Dasher service. Now what you can change is, you can change all of these properties. So one we are interested is binary path. So go to this Kali Linux box and make the reverse shell with the lhost name your Kali Linux 10 and the port, and output as reverse64.exe. So after that you make sure you are going on listening. So now what we are going to do is sc config the service name and the property of this service, so which is binary path. So we are going to change the binary path further to our malicious reverse64.exe. okay, so you need to put the backward slash for this double quotes. So it's in the C previous. So I think this should do it. So now it has been changed. Now let's query again. Sorry. Now you can see the binary path is this one, our malicious binary. So we can use the net command to start this one. So let's run this. Now you can see we got the shell. Let's type who am I. So we are system. So what we have done is, we have found that there is a service, we can write the properties of that service. So you can also start and stop that service. So what we have done is, one of the properties binary path name. So we have changed the original path to, so original path will be this one, C program files Dasher service and .exe. So we have changed it to our malicious binary, which gives the reverse shell to us, and then we have start that service. So let's exit. So first what we can also do is, you can query for directories that are writable. So suppress errors and show the output, and then use the W. So W for writable, and then directories. So program files. So I want to search for all the directories from the C program files, and I want to put the yes, because to search for recursively. So from there onwards, I want to check whether I can write or not. So okay, you can see there are a lot of directories. So I think I can filter using this username. So we are the user. So in your Windows, if your the username is arrow or some other username, so you need to put this one. So for me, the directory I can write is C program files. So unquoted path service. Okay, so that is we will be doing the next one. So you can also, I think you can also search for normal instead of directories. You can say service. So there is no so okay, I think we cannot find the service like this. So all you can find the service is user star. So this will find for all services. So you can see we got bunch of binaries. So why did we get the binaries? Because we did not include the C. If you include the C flag, it will search only for services. So you can see now we have got only one service. So one another trick I want to show you is using the PowerUp script. So if there is a PowerShell installed on your Windows box, so you can tell that whether the PowerShell has been installed using the PowerShell. Put the dollar and type ps version table. So this will give you the latest version and also all the compatible versions. So if you have the PowerShell installed, I will show you one script, that is the powerup.ps1. So if you go to Google, you can search for PowerUp and you can download the script. So in this folder they have provided all the files. So this is the powerup.ps1. So I will show you one liner to execute all the functions in the PowerUp. So PowerShell import module. So we want to import the module. So which is the module? That is this powerup.ps. So after importing, immediately I want to invoke all checks. So there is the function. So there is a function inside this powerup.ps1. This will invoke all the checks. So this will call all the functions like invoke services and insecure service permissions and etc. So I'm going to run this and you can see here a lot of output. So service executable and argument permission. So service name is DASA service and the path is this one. So we have changed this one, that's why it will show like this modifiable file. So this is one. So PowerUp also have some functions. So you can create the binary on this system itself without the use of Metasploit. So we'll be doing this in the later videos when I'm showing the WinPiece and PowerUp etc. So we have also the file permission service. So that is located at this one. So I think there are two services. So let's see file permission services. So okay, if they did not cover this one, we'll be trying to do this one. So it's similar to, so you can think of it as an exercise and query for this using the sc command and then modify this one to our reverse64.exe. So there are two services running on, but the service permissions maybe we have only on this one. So okay, we will see what the output of other functions did. So always install elevated. So you can create a fake MSI and you can install that one. It will give you reversal. So this PowerUp is very helpful when you have the PowerShell installed on the system. So that's all for this video. We have seen the how to modify the service permissions.